Hello, good morning everyone. Today class will be for class 8 and the topic will be friction and that the last time that we did friction we'll continue that chapter. So recap, let's say what is friction? Friction is a force that always opposes the movement of an object, right? The force there is force arising due to contact between two surfaces. And the types of friction are one statics and sliding and rolling friction. So why do friction occur? It is because no surface is perfectly smooth. Even surface that look smooth to the unaided eyes make look rough or bumpy when viewed under a microscope. So today we are going to learn about vector affecting friction. So in general, it is affected by the following. Number one, types of surface. That is, if the surface in contact are very smooth, there will be a little friction. For example, a marble roll on a glass surface will move much faster than on a wooden or concrete surface. And number two, surface area of an object. A circular object which will produce rolling friction, which is much less than the friction produced by a rectangular or flat surface object. And number three, mass of an object. A heavy object will produce more friction than a lighter object of the same surface. Example, it is more difficult to move a filled box than an empty box as the heavy object get interlocked with the surface below. And number four, state of motion of an object. It is easier to move an object already in motion than an object at rest. Once a particular object starts moving, force required to keep it moving is less. So next, let's do about friction in our life. So friction has certain advantages and disadvantages. It is said that friction is a necessary evil in our life. So some advantages, let's see it first. Number one, walking. Walking is a basic necessity in our life. Our feet or shoes get interlocked with the ground and generate friction. So this prevents us from sleeping. So number two, moving vehicle. Friction is generated between tire or wheel and the road surface. This helps to control the vehicle. For controlling speed, there are grooves on the surface of tire. And number three, to ride. We are able to write because there is a friction between pen and paper. And number four, to light fire. So as we all know, it men discover fire by rubbing stone together. So fire is produced by friction. For example, as you can see it, a matchstick. For point number five, to make furniture. Friction help carpenter to cut wood with a saw or hammer nails into woods. Without friction, the nail would not hold tightly. And let's talk about the disadvantage. Friction is always produce heat. It also involves constant rubbing of surface, which damage the surface. And some disadvantages are as follow. Number one, let's say wearing of object. For example, our shoe and sandal wear out after we use them for some time. So the sole of the shoes become thin due to constant contact with the floor. And for number two, wearing of tire or vehicle tire. Tire of vehicle wear out due to constant contact with the road. The rig of tire keep wearing out and need to be replaced periodically. And number three, wearing parts of machine. Parts of machine also wear out when they constantly move against each other. And number four, friction that produce heat. Friction produce heat which can accelerate the wearing of machine. This also result in energy waste and reduce efficiency of machine. And next, let's see about how to reduce friction. Reducing of friction. So to reduce this friction, we need to apply two types. Number one is by applying lubricant. So lubricant are slippery substance that help make the surface smooth, thereby reducing friction. And number two, the use of ball bearing. So in vehicle, ball bearing are used and they are spherical in shape and hence reduce friction. So the next, friction in liquid and gas. Liquid and gas are together called fluid. due to their ability to flow. So the frictional force exerted by a fluid is called drag. Drag acts in the direction opposite to that of movement of the object. And drags depend upon the following factor. Number one, shape of the object. For example, a fish, let's say a fish in the water. A fish have a narrow head which can cut through water easily. A broader middle and again a narrow forked tail to help them change direction in water. Such a shape is called a streamline shape. And point number two, speed of object. Example, let's say a meteor entered the Earth atmosphere at a very high speed, so which experience high magnitude of drag. This produces excessive heat that burn the material. And point number three, nature of liquid. The drag created by a fluid depends on its density and viscosity. For example, a boat will move faster in a pool of water than in a pool of melted chocolate. So for your assignment, there's some question that I'm giving you. So I hope you will all do this as a home assignment.